A cold breeze swept through the narrow streets of Kanpur as the early morning sun slowly climbed over the rooftops. The town was waking up, shop shutters creaked open, tea stalls hissed with boiling water, and bicycles rattled along uneven roads. In a small corner of this modest town lived a young man named Ruhan, a 22-year-old who carried dreams far bigger than the world around him. Ruhan wasn't rich. His house had cracked walls, his family struggled with bills, and he didn't own a fancy phone or laptop. But he had something even more powerful, a restless feeling inside him, a fire that whispered constantly, there has to be more to life than this. I want to do something meaningful. But every time he tried to take a step forward, doubt wrapped its fingers around his throat. You don't have enough money. You don't know anyone important. You don't have good resources. He believed these voices for years, until the one day everything changed. Chapter 1. The Day of Realization. One evening, the electricity went out, as it often did. Ruhan sat outside on a small stool, watching kids playing cricket under the streetlight near the square. Their bat was broken, the ball was wrapped in tape, and stumps were made from bricks. Yet they played with such joy, laughing, cheering, fighting playfully over runs. Ruhan smiled. They don't have proper equipment, but they still play. They just start where they are. That thought hit him harder than anything before. He whispered to himself, they use what they have. It was such a simple idea, yet it felt like a powerful truth. Those kids didn't wait for perfect bats or a professional field. They just started, and it made Ruhan ask himself a question he never dared ask. What do I already have that I'm ignoring? He sat in silence, thinking deeply, letting the idea sink in. For the first time in a long time, he felt a spark of direction. Chapter 2. What he already had. The next morning, Ruhan made a list on a torn page from an old notebook. What I already have. Time, a basic phone, a curious mind, a willingness to learn, a desire to succeed, a small but supportive family. He stared at the list. It didn't look like much. It wasn't impressive. It certainly wasn't what most successful people had. But at least it was something. He remembered reading once, great things begin with small beginnings. So he made another list. What I want to achieve, build something meaningful, earn enough to support his family, inspire people with his journey, become someone he could be proud of. Now there was a bridge between where he was and where he wanted to go. All he needed was a path. Ruhan's younger sister, Tara, came to him one afternoon holding a broken clock. "Bai, can you fix this?" she asked hopefully. Ruhan took the clock apart, studied the gears, cleaned the dust, and tightened the springs. In 15 minutes, the clock was ticking again. Tara clapped, amazed. "You're really good at this." He laughed shyly. It was easy. But the moment she left, he stared at the clock and thought, maybe this could be something. He didn't have a workshop. He didn't have professional tools. He didn't have training. But he did have skill and hands willing to work. So he decided to try something simple. He made a banner using a cardboard sheet. Small repairs done here. Clocks, toys, remote controls. The handwriting was uneven, but the message was clear. He taped the sign outside the house. People laughed at first. Some ignored it. Some said, "Yekya, shop Kohli." But within a few days, a neighbor came with a broken table fan. Then a man brought his child's toy. Then a woman brought a damaged iron. Ruhan fixed everything he could. Slowly, small coins turned into small notes. Clients increased. Word spread. He couldn't believe it. He had started something from almost nothing. Chapter 4. Growing with what he had. Months passed. Ruhan saved every rupee. He bought a second-hand toolkit, a plastic table, a small LED lamp for late-night work. His room became his mini workshop. But something unexpected happened. Customers began asking questions. Can you make mobile videos for repairs? Can you teach these tricks? Are you on YouTube? Ruhan laughed at the idea. Me? YouTube? With this cheap phone? But the thought didn't leave him. That night, he sat on his bed scrolling through videos. He saw creators recording videos with simple cameras, some even with phones. He whispered to himself, start where you are. Use what you have. He pressed the record button. His first video was shaky. His voice was nervous. His background was messy. His lighting was poor. He uploaded it anyway, and to his surprise, people watched. Not many, but enough to make him believe he could keep going. Chapter 5. The struggle phase. The more he worked, the more challenges came. Some people left rude comments. You talk too slow. Camera quality is bad. This is useless. Every negative comment felt like a punch in the stomach. The repair shop also struggled. Some customers didn't pay. Some didn't return. Some blamed him for things he didn't break. He felt frustrated, tired, lost. One night he told his mother, maybe I'm just wasting time. His mother placed her hand gently on his head. Beta, you didn't start this because it was easy. You started because you wanted to grow. Growth never comes without struggle. Her words pierced deep. He realized something important. He wasn't fighting the world. He was fighting his own fear. He promised himself that night, "I will not quit. Not now." Chapter 6. Small steps turned big. Ruhan began improving slowly. He learned how to edit videos using free apps. He used sunlight as his lighting. He cleaned his room to make a better background. He spoke more confidently with each video, and people noticed. His views grew. Comments became kinder. Some people said, "You explained so well." Others said, "Thank you. You saved my broken fan." He had no fancy studio, no expensive camera, no team helping him. Yet his channel grew because of one thing: effort. Real honest effort. His repair business also improved. He got repeat customers. He fixed larger appliances. People brought items from nearby areas. Every small win pushed him forward. Almost a year after he made his first video, something unbelievable happened. One day while working on a broken radio, his phone buzzed with a notification. "Your channel has reached 10,000 subscribers." Ruhan froze. 10,000 people watching him, learning from him? He rushed outside to tell his family. Tara screamed with joy. His mother hugged him tightly. For the first time in his life, Ruhan felt something he had always craved: pride. That night he cried silently, not because of sadness, but because he had finally proven to himself that starting small wasn't a weakness, it was a strength. Chapter 8. The Opportunity of a Lifetime. A few months later, a popular DIY YouTube channel noticed Ruhan and contacted him. "Would you collaborate with us?" they asked. Ruhan's hands trembled. "Me?" They said yes. The collaboration video went viral. Suddenly, his subscriber count skyrocketed. 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. Brands reached out. People from other countries commented. He began earning real income. And through it all, he kept reminding himself, "I started with a broken clock, a cardboard sign, and a cheap phone." Chapter 9. Giving Back. With his new income, the first thing Ruhan did was buy new tools for his workshop and a proper lighting setup. Then he did something even more meaningful. He began teaching kids in his town for free. Every weekend, he gathered them and taught basic repairing, creativity, confidence, problem solving. Start where you are, use what you have. Philosophy. The kids loved him. Their parents admired him. The town respected him. Someone who once doubted his future had now become an inspiration. Chapter 10. The Message That Defines His Life. Years passed. Ruhan grew even more successful. He built a bigger workshop. His channel crossed 1 million subscribers. He earned enough to give his family a comfortable life. But whenever someone asked, "What's your secret?" he always said the same thing: "I didn't wait to be perfect. I didn't wait to have everything. I just started with what I had." And that became his message to the world. Moral of the story: you don't need perfect resources, perfect timing, perfect conditions, perfect skills. You only need. They start with one small step. If you are waiting for everything to be perfect before you begin, you'll wait forever. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and trust that step by step, life will open doors you never imagined.